Are we still staying away from each other?
Yes.
Do I have to keep my mask on?
Probably not, but we'll keep ours on.
I miss hugs.
Yeah, we know.
I'm gonna hug you. It's been wild and crazy lately. No one's been safe from it, everyone's been affected. Insane, absolutely crazy. So here at Pizza Sutra, we're doing our best to offer you guys little bite-sized distractions that we can. So we weren't able to come together and film, but what we did do is we did do sound bites. You guys could share a slice with any artist, living or dead. Who would it be and why?
Well, I'm not sure I want to get pizza with a dead person.
I'm not a zombie. Oh. We did some live streams.
Do like a kind of gravy drizzle on it. Mmm, killer.
See, I was thinking make the crust, make a meatloaf crust.
What else did we do?
You went into the woods.
Oh yeah, I got lost in the woods. Make sure you preheat your fire to about orange. That's still kind of a continuing story, which I think is really weird, but I hope you guys like it a lot. We've spent months apart, and it feels really, really good to be back in our normal Pizza Sutra home, filming how we normally film, and we want to thank everyone who's stuck around, who's sticking around still, who helped us out through this pandemic, who just gobbled up all our little bite-sized distractions that we tried to push out onto you guys. Thank you so much. Be cool. And to celebrate being back, it's been so long and we're so happy to be back on set. We are gonna have a Chicago-style Ginos East Meaty Legend, and we've been itching to do one of these for you guys. So sit tight, here we go, let's groove, baby. Remove frozen deep dish from all packaging. Fully preheat oven, 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Position upper baking rack to center. Bake 40 to 45 minutes to golden brown crust preference. Ovens vary. In this meanwhile, we are covering a band that really encompasses that Chicago saucy, thick and heavy and ready to rumble and tumble type of band. We're talking about Russian Circles. You might not have heard them, but you should. Formed in 2004, Russian Circles have been around for a while, consisting of Mike Sullivan, Dave Turncrans, and Brian Cook. Mike being the guitarist, Dave being the drummer, and Brian being the bassist. And Russian Circles in particular, they do a really good job of taking you on that journey in a really heavy sense, and then they bring it in and out, and it's a push and it's a pull, and they're heavy. Did I mention they're heavy? Several of their albums are critically acclaimed as being some of the best modern metal rock and roll stuff that you can find out there. And it's rightfully so. Sometimes ugly, sometimes heavy, always beautiful. Russian Circles is Chicago, and we love it. Here we go, we got our Ginos East out of the oven. Look at all that delicious. And as you can tell, in true Chicago fashion, sauce is on top, which makes for a wild combo. It makes the crust able to, and the sauce is falling off. It separates all that moisture from the crust, so you get a crunchy crust. We're gonna dive in right now. So we let this pie settle for the 5 minutes I was told on the box. Wow, that was a big piece of ham. That was awesome. And it's not burning my face. I know some of you really enjoy watching me burn my face, but guess what? Didn't happen this time. I'll even do it again. The first thing I notice is not the crust. For once, it's not the crust. It's all the sauce that's on top. It gets all up all over me. It's probably, they're trying to hand me napkins, but I don't want them. I refuse the napkins. I'm gonna bask in the saucy glory. It's a very zesty, maybe even, dare I say, a little spicy, a little zing to it. I like it a lot. That's wonderful. So when I come to the rear end, it kind of has the consistency of maybe a more put together cornbread. So that's fun. That's really cool.
Go ahead and talk about it.
So this is put in a pan to be cooked, I imagine. Generally, typical Chicago is in a pan because you can't really make that outside of a pan. But they're thicker. Obviously, Chicago deep dish. The cheese in the middle, well, I might have run out of cheese, but there's not like a ton of it. But the sauce and like sitting in between the sauce and the crust, it stays warm and melty for longer, which is really cool. The meats that are on this are large and in charge. They're everywhere. Like, I pulled one out, I thought it was a tomato. It wasn't. It was a piece of ham. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. Meaty pie. Go have another one of these and let the other Pizza Sutra people have some pizza too. All right, we'll be right back with the score. We absolutely and completely decimated that Gino's East pie. Just gone. It was gone in a minute. Just bam. What? Oh, okay. For our crust, we got a 5 out of 8 slices because that bad boy held all of that Chicago girth that you'd expect, but it didn't quite have the butter flavor that we wanted in a typical Chicago crust. For our sauce, sitting on top of the pie, 7 out of 8 slices because there was a lot of sauce there. It was all over the place. It was delicious and it was good. And then I don't even know, it was just magical. It was a little bit of spicy, I think. I don't know if anybody else tasted that, but it was like, huh. For our cheese, we got a 5 out of 8 slices because, well, being in between the crust and the sauce, it stayed melty and cool, but the sauce is very overpowering, so it was kind of hard to really taste that cheese, and it stayed stretchy, which is really cool, so I really enjoyed that. For our toppings, we got a 6 out of 8 slices because, like, when you got some of the toppings, it was awesome. Found a piece of ham, it was like, oh, that's great. It tastes like ham. You could feel that ham texture. The sausages were very flavorful. The pepperonis were kind of hiding all over the place. Like, oh, there are little pleasant surprises all over. Like, ooh, look at that, a piece of meat. Bacon, I didn't really find any bacon, but I mean, that's okay. I'm not that upset for a Meaty Legend. Overall, our score for the pie ended up being a 5.75. So that's pretty good. 5.75 out of 8. For, how much did it cost? Like
$5.98.
$5.98. I don't think you can really go wrong with how much girth you're shoving in your gullet with that pie. It'll fill you up and you will be satisfied. So I totally recommend you guys go out, buy that pie. Thick, yummy, delicious, awesome pie. So this is Pizza Sutra, back again, happy to be here. We'll catch you cats later. Always remember, subscribe, share it, show your friends, show your nieces, your grandma, whatever. We love you. We're so happy to be back. Thanks again, guys.